I'm here in Des Moines, Iowa, and I was walking down the street and I met this nice lady. Your name is Holly.
Yes.
And you were telling me a little bit about your story about being homeless.
Yes.
How long have you been homeless?
3 years.
And what led to you being homeless?
Ironically enough, I was trying to help some kids that were in their 20s get off the streets, and instead they helped me spend my paycheck and my food stamps, and I got evicted because I couldn't pay the rent.
So you were using your own money to help them out?
Yes.
And then you ended up homeless yourself. And right now, you said you had been staying at a shelter, but you timed out?
Yes, I did.
How long do they let you stay at the shelter?
They do a 90-day, and then you have to be gone for 90 days. Excuse me, and then a 60 days, you have to be gone for 90. And, 30 days, and you have to be gone for 90. You have to be gone, period.
So right now you timed out and you're just staying out in the street, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a tent or?
No, I just got a mat yesterday and an umbrella. So, trying to make that work for right now.
You said you're staying like behind a building or something?
Yeah, college. Iowa State University. Out of Iowa City has a building here across from the library, and I stay on the back side of that. There's cover, and so I stay there.
And nobody harasses you?
Not so far.
How long have you been staying there?
Off and on the last 6 months.
Now, what do you do about winter time? Do you have covers or anything like that?
Sometimes, but I remember the first winter I was out, I froze to the sidewalk.
What do you mean you froze to the sidewalk?
It was icy and rainy, wet snow, and it got between me and my little tubes that I was given from the hospital, and I froze down to the sidewalk.
So you got stuck to the sidewalk?
Yes, ma'am.
How'd you manage to free yourself?
Well, I already know now.
Okay. Now, do you have any family in the area?
No.
None at all?
No, ma'am.
But I told you that God has been looking after you, correct?
Yes, He has.
And you told me that you do believe in God.
Yes.
And He's been protecting you and keeping you safe all of these years, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, tell me a little bit about what you have in your wheelchair.
Mostly my clothes.
So this is all of your possessions right here?
Yes, it is.
It's not a whole lot, is it?
Not anymore, no.
Yeah. And I told you to keep up the faith, not to lose hope.
Yes.
Now, right now, you're not in a very good situation.
No.
But what would you like to see for yourself in a few years? Like, let's say 5 years from now, where would you like to be?
I want to move to Colorado. I lived there with the phone company job I had, and I really enjoyed the climate in Colorado Springs. I'd like to go down there and open a daycare/petting zoo.
A petting zoo?
Yeah, a daycare. I'd adopt three-legged cows and sheep,
Uh-huh.
little ponies, and the kids could pet the petting zoo. I figured they'd be going home happy for a change.
So this is your dream. This is where you would like to see yourself, like in 5 years, you
Yes.
said?
Yes.
Well, listen, I pray that God will make your dream come true. And if it's in God's will, it will happen, right?
This is true. Nothing happens by accident.
Now, what do you want people to know about being homeless?
You know, they say it's one paycheck away from being homeless. Is very true. I've heard lots of people's stories where they just lost their apartment because they couldn't pay 1 month's rent.
And
I couldn't pay 2 months' rent, so I got kicked out.
how old are you?
65.
Okay. And, too many people, they see a homeless person and they automatically pass judgment. Not everyone, of course, but many of them do, and they assume the worst, right? They call homeless people, bad names. But not everybody that is homeless is bad, right? Not everyone
No,
is.
a lot of mental health problems.
A lot of them do, and a lot of them have addictions, right? That they're trying to work through.
Yes.
Now, you said you have no family at all.
No.
Do you have
I have a
family?
sister outside Vancouver, British Columbia. But other
Okay.
than that, no, I have no one.
So you have no family in other parts of the U.S.?
No.
Just you?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the job that you had. You said you were working prior.
When I moved to Colorado, I was working for the telephone company, U.S. West. It used to be one of the Northwestern Bell, one of the big bells. And my mom retired from there. And I worked for 6 years in Colorado in Pueblo. It was really nice and warm all year round.
Now, how did you end up here in Des Moines?
My mom was here, so I came back for her.
She's no longer with us. Tell me a little bit about your mother. What do you remember the most about her?
Everybody wanted my mom for their mom.
That was the kind of person she was?
Yeah, she was great.
What is a fond memory that you have of her?
Gardening?
She loved to garden.
Yes.
Was she a very compassionate person?
Yes, very.
Oh. What about your father?
Well, he passed away years ago.
And your mother, how long ago did she pass?
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
In fact, it wasn't too long before I lost my apartment that she passed away.
Now, how long ago did you say you lost your apartment?
About 3 years ago.
So you had a nice place to stay.
It was dry and had electricity and roof over my head.
Is anyone trying to help you get back on your feet?
Yeah, the system moves very slowly, however. So I'm doing it myself now.
Especially if you're homeless, they don't seem to hurry fast enough, right?
Yeah.
Sweetie, well, I want to thank you for sharing your story. I was walking the street and I saw you pass by a hotel, and I thought maybe they had run you away, because sometimes they do that.
Sometimes they do. Not this one never has, but there's one that has.
And so I tried to run to catch up to you because I wanted to hear your story.
Thank you.
See, part of my ministry is educating people on the homeless situation.
That's
And
the best part.
opening the people's eyes so that they know a little bit more about homelessness and maybe not be so quick to judge homeless individuals, right? So we're right out here in the middle of downtown Des Moines, Iowa. A little bit breezy, but you know, God brought us together today.
Yeah.
I want you to know that God loves you very, very much, okay? And no matter where you are in life, right now you may be homeless, but God does not see that. He sees the inside of your heart. He sees your potential. And to Him, you are not the sum of your possessions. You are not the sum of homelessness.
Right.
He sees things in you. God sees things in you that other people may not see. And I'm just so thankful that I got a little chance
Thank you, Grace.
to talk to you, sweetie. Give me a hug, sweetie.
About as tall as my mom was.
Oh, and I want you to know that God loves you very much, all right, sweetie? Thank you for sharing your story with me. And listen, it's very possible that we may never see each other again here on earth, but I pray that one day we will meet again at God's banquet table, all right? And if you see me, make sure you wave to me, all right?
I will.
All right, sweetie. You have a beautiful and blessed day, all right?
You too.
All right, sweetie. Take care.
Uh-huh.
And may God continue to look after you, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. And this is the hotel that me and my husband are staying at. This is a holiday, so there isn't a whole lot of traffic out on the road. Not too many people passing by. But see, God brought me and this lady together to share a good and positive word. And always remember to try and be kind to those that have less than we do.